y'all go ahead and read it.
Well, you know, I have to, this is Jude, verse 10. But these speak evil of those things which they know not, but what they know naturally as brute beasts, and those things they corrupt themselves. What?
Are you at Titus or Jude?
That's Jude. Is it?
It might be further down.
Timothy?
Nah, it's in Jude where it says to speak high things.
High dignities. They're not afraid to speak.
Where it talks about Michael and all the Satan.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, right here.
Verse 8.
Verse 16.
Verse 8. Read 8.
Okay.
Jude 8.
Oh, Jude 8. Likewise, also these filthy dreamers defile the flesh, despise dominion, and speak evil of dignities.
Right, y'all despise dominion and speak evil of dignities, man. Who's that? Who are those dominions and dignities? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah in the heavens, man. Those are great swelling words. Read. Keep reading it.
Yet Michael the archangel, when contending with the devil, he disputed about the body of Moses, durst not bring against him a railing accusation, but said, the Lord rebuked thee.
Yep.
But these speak evil of those things which they know not.
Yeah, y'all speak evil of things that y'all don't understand. Right? The scriptures say if you don't have the understanding, put your mouth over your hand over your mouth. Right? So, go ahead.
But these speak evil of those things which they know not, but what they know naturally as brute beasts, and those things they corrupt themselves.
Yep, keep on reading.
Woe unto them, for they have gone in the way of Cain, and ran greedily after the error of Balaam for reward.
Y'all went after the way of Cain, man. The father of lies, man. The devil. Right? Slew his brother. Right? Because his brother Yahweh Shai found favor in him, and he spoke great evil against high dignities. Not realizing that, hey man, he probably knew it, that hey, the Lord's dealing with him, but you know what, I'm gonna kill him anyways. I'm gonna speak against him and kill my brother.
And how did Cain answer the Most High when he asked him? You remember?
Oh, am I my brother's keeper? Am I my brother's keeper?
You know,
that's wicked, man.
Man, you should. That's why the scripture, just like we were speaking earlier, you don't ever talk to the Most High like that, man.
The attitude.
That's why. That's why he's reserved this man to the end for an incredibly horrible end. Woe unto them, for they have gone in the way of Cain, and ran greedily after the error of Balaam for reward, and perished in the gainsaying of Korah. These are spots in your feast of charity, when they feast with you, feeding themselves without fear. Clouds they are without water.
There are clouds without water. Go ahead.
Carried about of winds, trees whose fruit withereth, without fruit, twice dead, plucked up by the roots.
Yeah, y'all are like those ships in the ocean. They call them like what are they?
Ghost.
Abandoned ships.
Yeah.
And they're just floating to the sea, and they're all old and rotten, and nobody's even on. It's all desolate. That's how y'all are, man. Y'all are those vessels that are created for dishonor, for meat for destruction.
But these are, plucked up by the roots, raging waves of the sea, foaming out their own shame, wandering stars, to whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever.
That's your reservation. The Lord has a sea open for you, man, and that's where you're gonna be found at. You're gonna be in what they call what we know hell as you're gonna go back to the earth. Your body's gonna meet that decomposition state where worms and creepy things are gonna devour your flesh. Where Esau's gonna be too.
And Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesied of these same. Behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000 of his saints to execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds which they have ungodly committed, and of all their hard speeches which ungodly sinners have spoken against him.
Yep.
These are murmurers, complainers, walking after their own lusts.
Y'all walk after y'all's own lusts, man. Y'all covet after things that are not profitable to you, man. When y'all supposed to be coveting and lusting and desiring the sincere word of the milk, Desiring the milk of the word, man, the scriptures, which is profitable to save you and deliver you out of these evil times, man. But y'all gonna have evil put on you, man. That's what's coming.
It says, these are murmurers, complainers, walking after their own lusts. In their mouth speaketh great swelling words, having man's person in admiration because of advantage.
Right. It's like, you know, going back to the Titanic, they spoke all proud, you know, trying to be, you know, receive man's, to be admiration is like to be seen as great. If I'm not mistaken, admiration, that's what it means, you know, admiration. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, you're a great man, that's a great accomplishment, you know. But what happened, man? Yahweh Shah had that boat dropped in that one day. Quick. It took them longer to create it than them for it to be destroyed. You know?
Because it
was that quick for it to be destroyed. Just like America, it took them all up to 2013 to get where they're at right now. But it's gonna be 1 hour and 1 day that it's destroyed, man. It's gonna sink deep down.
Hey,
hell, quick. It says hell has prepared itself underneath her, man. You know? That's where America don't even know that Esau, the so-called white, doesn't even know that hell is right underneath him. Waiting for him to engulf him, to take him in. Ready to feed off this flesh. Because the earth is gonna have joy in that too, man. It's like the animals are gonna take part in it. The earth is gonna have its time too to, oh, I'm gonna just strip everything away this body.
Like you enjoy food.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but and real quick on the Titanic, you know, like the scriptures say, man, about your coming destruction to America and you 2/3. Like there's no remedy. There's no type of healing that's gonna happen. It's done. It's been said. Like it's not gonna be like you're about to die, and if you're a 2/3, someone's gonna just snatch you real quick before you die. Because going off that Titanic part, if you watch the movie, what happened when the ship was sinking? They were saying it had like 2 hours left to go, but the nearest ship was like 4.5 hours away. Like pretty much, it was barely outside of its distance or its reach to where it can get there in time. You know, that's how it's gonna be, man. You're not gonna, whatever type of people that are gonna be trying to save you at the time, if there are any, they're not gonna be able to get you in time. Destruction, the scriptures say, is gonna happen in 1 hour to America.
Check it out, like the Titanic, that boat, they couldn't save it. It met its fate. And where's it at to this day? It's at the bottom of the ocean. They can't take it out. They can't bring it back and try to recreate it from its original form, structure.
Too deep.
You know, they can't do that. That it met its destruction.
Yep.
Just like America is coming to the time where it's gonna meet its destruction. There's no bringing it back up. They can't bring back Babylon. They can't bring back the way Egypt was. Although we know the spiritual Egypt, and it has certain aspects of Egypt and Babylon and Rome. But all those kingdoms, they dropped, man. They dead. America's just those kingdoms were more glorious than this kingdom today. But all the kingdoms are nothing. But you know what I'm saying? The kingdom of Babylon, man, it was beautiful the way they had it set up. Compared to what today is, you know? Go ahead, read.
Babylon 51. All right, Jeremiah 51:8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain, and so she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country. For her judgment reaches up unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies.
Right, there's no healing or sufficing Yahweh's judgment on an individual or a kingdom or an object, a subject. It's like the Titanic. There was no taking away of its ultimate fate. It reached its destination, its final destination, and what happened? It died. It's no longer the Titanic. You know? So America's the same way. She's suddenly fallen. You know?
when she does fall, there ain't gonna be no balm to get her back up.
You ain't gonna be able to heal her. Yahushua ain't gonna allow it to be healed. It's gonna be perpetually destroyed and dismantled to where there's no putting it back. There's no putting it back together.
Like saying in Ecclesiastes that when it's the Most High was describing this, or King Solomon was speaking about the spirit, and when it's time for it to go, it's time to go. But this is a wicked spiritual dwelling place that's been made to where it's not going to be there anymore. The scriptures say wickedness will be taken out forever, and there would not be any more wickedness again.
Get Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 8.
Okay. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 8. What had pride profited us? Or what good had riches with our vaunting brought us? All those things are passed away like a shadow, and as a post that hasten by.
Right, exactly. Like, America's been real proud and vaunted. Vaunting means like boasting of their riches, of their unjust gain, right? Their vain words that they speak. What has it profited you, man? Nothing. Man, you so-called white man, you Edomites, man, y'all gonna be destroyed, man. Y'all don't even know it. Y'all so corrupt and proud that y'all actually think y'all gonna get away, man. You're not getting away. You're America, you're so-called, your shelter, your hedge, y'all ain't, it's not gonna protect you from the Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man.
It said, all those things are passed away like a shadow, and as a post that hasten by, and as a ship that passeth over the waves of the water.
There you go, man. See? That's beautiful, man. Read it again.
And as a ship that passeth over the waves of the water, which when it is gone by, the trace thereof cannot be found.
Right, you ain't gonna find America no more. You can't go back and retrack Titanic's tracks, its pathway. Yeah, they know where it is, but you can't go back. Okay, they can visualize, man, all right, but you can't find their path no more. You don't really know exactly what really went down. There's theories, what could have happened, what have you, but that's what's gonna bring you to your destruction. What has brought you to this place in this time is because of your vaunting and your great pride, man. So you 2/3 and you Edomites, you so-called white man, you Ammonites, you Moabites, because y'all gonna get it too, man. You Japanese and the Chinese, man, y'all gonna get it too. There's nobody exempt, man. Nobody, not to the lowest, to the greatest. And I'm not out here trying to big myself up as nobody. I'm nothing. I'm just speaking the truth out of the words of the Heavenly Father, man. And hoping that I'm part and now I'm found worthy.
This is 1 Peter 4:17. And the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
Right, so there's judgment's coming, man. Judgment's coming. There's no if, buts about it, man. There's nothing you can do to take it away. There's nothing you can do to say that's going to make the Lord repent. The Lord gone weary of repenting already. He's already reached to heaven. And he's a just judge, right? So if that wickedness already exceeded itself, hey, man, Yahweh Shai is coming back to bring down the hammer. Slam down that hammer. It's time. Judgment's been set. Let's get this to the road. We're gonna handcuff that dragon, that Edomite, that great serpent, that old serpent. We're gonna cast him into prison.
Go ahead. Real quick, because like the brother's saying, man, again, y'all already don't even know how much mercy the Most High already had, man, from the beginning. The scriptures talk about how full his mercy was, and he was constantly, still even to this day, giving y'all mercy. And what do y'all do with it? Y'all do everything that we're speaking about today on the scriptures that y'all go after your own lust still. Y'all still speak proudly, like we're speaking about. Y'all still proud as hell, man. And what's even worse about it, y'all get even more proud. As the days progress, man, y'all get even more proud, man. That's why, man, y'all have to be destroyed, man.
And it is gonna come. It is gonna happen. It's already been written. It's a part of the prophecy. Like, somebody has to play. Somebody has to be the good and the bad. We know Israel, the remnant of Israel, the good. And you got the other part of Israel that are the bad. But then you got the heathen that are the bad too, the wicked. Esau, Edomites, Cain, that old serpent. That's the wicked, the head of the wicked, man. And that judgment's coming. The judgment's already been sealed. But go ahead and go ahead and read back in Wisdom of Solomon.
Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 10. And as a ship that passes over the waves of the water, which when it is gone by, the trace thereof cannot be found, neither the pathway of the keel in the waves. Or as when a bird hath flown through the air, there is no token of her way to be beaten. There is no token of her way to be found. But the light air being beaten with the stroke of her wings, and parted with the violent noise and motion of them, is passed through, and therein afterwards no sign where she went is to be found. Or like as when an arrow is shot at a mark, and parted the air, which immediately cometh together again, so that a man cannot know where it went through. Even so we in like manner, as soon as we were born, began to draw to our end, and had no sign of virtue to show, but were consumed in our own wickedness. For the hope of the ungodly is like dust that is blown away with the wind.
Right, y'all don't got no hope. Going back to what we're saying, that our hope, our faith is an anchor, man. And Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, it's an anchor that's what's gonna keep us stable and rooted in the times of the perilous times, man. Right, it says wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, the strength of thy salvation. Y'all's hope is in vain, man. Read it again. The hope of what? The hope is what?
For the hope of the ungodly is like dust that is blown away with the wind.
Right. You're gonna be shook. You're gonna come to a feeble state. Right? You're gonna melt. Your mind, your hearts are gonna melt to where you're utterly fearful, man. Me and his brother were looking up the word anxious, anxiety. It goes back to being uneasy, scared, afraid. You know, afraid of what? Of what? An imminent event, or an event that is unseen, or has it come to pass yet? Because when all hell breaks loose here, man, y'all gonna see people dying. You're gonna be like, man, am I gonna be the next one to die? Not knowing it, not knowing when you're gonna die. I mean, that's scary. I mean, there's movies. They make movies about like, hey, would you want to know when you're gonna die? You know, how would you go about it? How would you feel? You know the time, the day, and all this that you are gonna die. What would you do? You know, what have you? You know, but you know the brothers. I know brothers say if we all knew the time of when the Lord was coming back, you know, we would all be doing what we're doing at the last minute to get right, which is true. You know, you'll be trying to do all what you can up to that time. That way you can just get in. But you know what I'm saying? Like, either way, it's scary, man. It's a scary time. Not knowing, when you see all this hell breaking loose, you see people dying, you're gonna be like, man, what? You know, it's gonna be when's my turn to die?
The scriptures even say that you're gonna actually be asking to die, because there's gonna be so much chaos, you're not gonna know what to do with it. And also like that, you may even want to commit suicide on that day, and the Most High won't let you.
Yeah, you gotta have a certain spirit to commit suicide. Go ahead and read it quick.
Let's see. Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 12, or 5 and 14. For the hope of the ungodly is like dust that is blown away with the wind, like a thin froth that is driven away with a storm, like as a smoke which is dispersed here and there with a tempest, and passeth away as the remembrance of a guest that tarrieth but a day. but the righteous live forevermore.